This story is 100% true and I am present in it and I see that a snitch has become and we had the video. But the mobile phone in which the video was filmed was corrupted and when we took it to fix what is important that this thing is real and I cured it. The important thing is that my parents had a tired period and he does despite the fatigue. But he cooks and does normal things and what relieves his fatigue stops him at the right place. The important thing is that until then, the last 2 years, he has been making sounds and he is Niam Day. He swears sometimes he cries and he is. Even if anything, what he cries means he endures. And I am times to his lips sometimes he cries because my grandfather, God have mercy on him, died a year ago and because my grandmother, God have mercy on her, died willingly by crying at the time of burial. These are the times when I cried and what I was showing was nothing but such crying. The important thing is that when he was sleeping, he started crying, and we advised him to get healthy, and Vic said, and nothing, just click on him, the opener and let him go back to sleep. And Mob Day read on it means if you see him like that, and if we were showing him conflicting in a dream, swearing and sometimes as if someone, he suffocates him and we advise him, and sometimes we hear him reciting the Qur'an with difficulty, as if he is one of the masks of his tongue, he is reading, and we advise him and let him barricade himself, and we read the aids, and we turn on the Qur'an and paper, and even when the hospital started, they tell him what kind of thing. My body is getting old, I'm tired, everything is electric. I feel it in my body. They say to him, what is it? To the degree that they turned him to psychiatry and psychiatry patients. Chavo, no matter what they said, depression is possible. They gave him medications that separated and nothing from the pain. And you, if you show the amount of medications to take, so that the pain would come, we would thank God for the well-being in which you are important. Long lived, we heard from one and after a while, the sheikh said that they would read to my father, and I went down under that. The sheikh went up to my father's room. I began to turn on him. Turn on, what disappeared? I came back. The word of my father says the roll on him means fin petter. I said to him, God, what's the he disappeared? My father called him back, and we talked to Jabo. He said, I'm talking to him, and I'm going to answer with him, as if he doesn't die, and indeed after a while, and already after a while, they went around the sheikh and we looked at him in our house, which I was still building. He was faithful, but the important finishing bag was in a room that we had bought, so that we can sit in it and sleep in it. The important thing is that the elder and the paternal man are reading, his left leg is struggling, and Joe the hot cats are all what you know from Fing Joe, a huge number of how old my lip is. The cats were making their sounds. The sounds of cats are normal, so that means if you were in our place, you would feel a difference and a natural terror, and they are walking on the ground and a huge number are sitting in the dark, all of them are in it. And when my brother Ya is selling pictures of the sheikh and showing the cats, the sheikh said, don't show them, and do not photograph them and do not look at them. And after what he concluded, we honored him, which means that he was left without anything. And I'm not taking a little. I'm not giving her a decent amount. And he said when I came back from the city, Akam, and Allah, not after the city, and nothing else, he pulled it out, and then he pulled it out. And after a while the sheikh met my uncle. He said that the sheikh said that your brother is an amalgam, and you means an amalgam means he has charm, envy, an eye, and everything. Of course, the story became 2 years ago, and when the sheikh, and in the end, whoever has a real story that happened to him wants to publish it on the channel, leaves it in a comment. Wait for us in the next interesting story. Goodbye.